Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator news and updates. Chase Plane. The developers over at Parallel 42 have listened to customer feedback and are making a big change. Big Radial's JetStar has been released for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Cessna Citation CJ3 on the rise. VATSIM has a new event coming, and of course the great announcement from AnyBuilds. Stick around. If you are interested in any of my tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future guides that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below. All right, folks, so first up, let's talk about Chase Plane and their big change based on community feedback. So last week, Parallel 42 had given out a video doing a tutorial as well as mentioning some information in regards to a subscription-based cloud storage for your settings. Essentially meaning that if, heaven forbid, you had to delete your files or somehow something got corrupt, you would have all of your cameras saved in the cloud. However, this was going to require a subscription fee. Parallel 42 has decided to eliminate that subscription fee and still provide the cloud storage as an option for you. They did decide that after the community feedback that they obviously wanted to make sure that you guys knew that we were heard. And so they decided to eliminate that. However, they have not made any changes, they said, based on what their current pricing is. However, as we all know, that there has not been any announcement to what the pricing is. Now, that's not to say they're changing on the back end. It's just, I don't know what that means. So, that is really good news. Well done on you for Parallel 42. That's awesome to hear them listening to the community. It sounds like there was quite enough people were stated that, they didn't want to be a part of any kind of subscription. And I think that's a big thing. Everything is becoming so cloud-based and so subscription-based, and I understand the necessity for it depending on what type of system it is and what kind of subscription we're talking about and what the demands are on the company. There are certainly a place for subscription-based models. They do exist, and they do exist for some companies for a reason, but then there are certain situations where it's like, well, what is the demand from the company, and is this something that they actually have to charge for, or can they do it with just the base cost of the software? And it sounds like Parallel 42 decided that the base cost of the software would be enough, so it is a one-time purchase, and you will get all of the features available in Chase Plane. For those of you who haven't checked it out yet, make sure you check out Parallel 42's YouTube channel, where you can check out their Chase Plane tutorial series so far they're doing. I think there are two. One of them is a demo, and one of them actually breaks down how to set up your cameras and the number of cameras. You have unlimited camera positions, keybind options, and much, much more. Chase Plane is something that I am really excited for and cannot wait to get my hands on. Next up, let's talk about Big Radials and their wonderful release. This is the JetStar. The JetStar has been released now for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. The Lockheed JetStar was a business jet that first flew in the late 1950s and became one of the most recognizable private and executive aircraft of its time. It was one of the first dedicated business jets to enter service. It was also one of the largest in its class for a very long time, seating 10 passengers and 2 crew members. The JetStar is equipped with 4 rear-mounted turbofan engines and can fly at just around Mach 0.8. That is really fast when you think about the 1950s. Elvis Presley himself, the king, owned 2 JetStars, as well as Frank Sinatra, and former U.S. President Richard Nixon also owned one. So as you guys can see from the cockpit picture, this definitely is a very old looking flight deck. Just look at the yoke stand. That thing looks older than dirt. But one of the things that they did make sure to add is it does have support for the GTN 750, both from the PMS and TDS. Now, you also have, obviously, full modeled cockpit, flight deck, I should say. Both the overhead and instrument panels are all fully operable. 4K textures, PBR, everything. I actually like their release notes. It says goes without saying, right? Yes, it does. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. They have a custom transponder instrument. And again, as we discussed previously, fully interactive cockpit. If it's got a switch, you can move it, and it does something. Complete fuel system management for all 6 tanks. And let's see here. There was a couple of things. Custom auto start code that follows the correct start procedure. You have the overhead panel, as we already discussed. Ability to switch between the PMS and TDS GTN 750s. It does default to the PMS. A custom INS system, a custom ADF instrument, external 3D modeling, 3D textures, the left and right side panels, a full paint kit. Liveries is Elvis is coming. I'm literally reading this directly from their changelog. Flight model is damn near there, as they say, and a full checklist for all stages of flight. And it comes with a fully integrated 80-page manual. So the JetStar is definitely one worth grabbing, guys. I do have it. You guys are going to see it here on the channel this coming week. So if you guys are on the fence, make sure to check that out. But here's the beautiful part about this is you can purchase from Big Radial's website for only right around $25 US. So it's definitely well worth the purchase. And again, I can tell you that I've already been in it. I've already seen it. It's a really, really well done aircraft. Live2 Air has provided an update on their upcoming Cessna Citation CJ3 Plus. This is a light business jet, and according to Live2's Discord, the CJ3 is close to its final shape. The CJ3's development currently is focused on fixing bugs and the EFB. And a quote from the developer, based on the progress, I think there's about a month left of work and then probably almost another month for preparing it for release. This would put the business jet out in sometime Q2 of 2025. So, what would that be? That would be what, between April, May-ish? So I'm super excited for this one. I want more business jet aircraft. I love the business jet aircraft. I think they're some of the most fun to fly. That nice balance between commercial and general aviation, as I pointed out lots of times. This particular aircraft is going to be equipped with the Garmin G3000 suite. And then it's also going to have a custom EFB, obviously fully integrated with SimBrief and a bunch of flight planning tools as well. So you should be able to just about knock everything out inside of the cockpit itself. The aircraft will also be supporting both Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. So this is going to be a really fun aircraft to fly as soon as it comes out. We don't have any kind of price point on the aircraft yet, but hopefully soon. Next up, VATSIM getting ready to launch their Cross the Land Americas 2025 has been announced. VATSIM's Cross the Land event should take place Saturday, the 15th of March of 2025. This is going to be the Americas, and it invites pilots to conduct a long-haul crossing from South America and the Caribbean to Central America and North America. They're going to have a possibility of 8 departure locations and 6 arrival airports. So make sure that you guys keep an eye on the VATSIM for departure windows and booking information, if you will. And let's talk about some of the departure locations. You're going to have Punta Cana, Havana, Montego Bay, Panama City, Medellin, Cali, Quito, Manaus, and then the arrivals are going to be Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, Calgary, Vancouver. Damn, that would be a long flight. Mexico City, and Panama City. So you have your options on how long you want to be in the air and how long you want to ride that one out. I think we're going to do one. I think we're going to try, and this will be my first time on VATSIM. I'm going to try to get on VATSIM this weekend. That's my goal. I set a goal for that yesterday. I was like, I need to get on it. VATSIM is pretty badass, especially for the live streams. But we're going to do this. I'm going to try to get it done. And if we do, we're going to be live streaming, and I think we're going to pick one of the longer flights and take the 777 out. So hopefully that will be a good time, and we'll see how well that goes. So stay tuned for the channel for more information on that. Make sure you guys join the Discord, because I'll probably be in the Discord chat as well so everyone can talk. And finally, as many of you I'm sure know, the big day has arrived. The Nvme A350 has launched. I purchased it this morning, so I'm super excited to get started on it. As soon as we complete the Learjet guide, I will be doing a full tutorial PDF guide on this aircraft as well. I have already laid out the template for it, so we're going to get moving very, very quickly. But this aircraft is a beast, you guys. I did have the pleasure of sitting in it, quote unquote, if you will, this morning. It looks absolutely fantastic, you guys. I mean, I don't even think the streams are doing it justice. The features and the capabilities in this aircraft and just the entertainment features, if you will, walking around it, playing with different things with inside the cabin and the flight deck. There's a lot to this aircraft, you guys. There really is a lot to this aircraft. I stand by my initial words when I first saw the last pre-release video of it, and that it might be the most, and I'm not going to say the most advanced, but I'm going to call it the most feature-rich aircraft I think to ever hit the simulator. And if not, it's close, and of its size, of its category, right? First, the most feature-rich commercial aircraft in the simulator. Because there are certainly some smaller aircraft that absolutely come close to it, but the aircraft of its size, it's astounding. So as a reminder, the A350 from AnyBuilds includes both the A350-900 and the A350-1000 on release. It is compatible with both Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, and it is available on the AnyBuilds site for I think for me it was just over $60 US. So really, really awesome. I think it's 59.99 pounds is what it is. So it's gorgeous, you guys, and the flight deck is amazing. The avionics suite and the overall systems performance in it is astounding. Like I don't know what else to say outside of amazing. I really don't. Because one of the things that really blew me away is for such a large-scale glass cockpit aircraft, much like the A380 in this particular situation, having all of the different features and availabilities on the screens, on the glass cockpits, being able to move your mouse, being able to draw your taxi route, being able to zoom in on the airport. I mean, it goes on and on. The FPS hit, by the way, is almost non-existent. It is a really, really well-performing aircraft. At least it was for me this morning. With all the electricals turned on, the FPS was just smooth as glass. And again, I'm not rocking a 4090. I have an RTX 4080, which is still up there. I get it. And the 7900X 3D, but it was smooth, you guys. I was really impressed. So anyway, if you have not picked this one up, I will already give my recommendation out. I can't wait to fly it. We're going to be doing a live stream with this one. Friday night is my plan. We're going to fly somewhere and then drive back in American Truck Simulator. So if you guys want to enjoy that, that'll be fun. But anyways, as always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, found some useful content and information in it. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. And as I said earlier, join the Discord. Love to have chat with you guys. I'm an easy person to get a hold of. Just hit me up in private message, and usually within the same day, I'm responding to you.